Good morning. Today is a great day. I reached payout, folks. This is fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log in on MT4. I'm going to switch. So my 6K is ready to get paid out. So it's up 5%. That's 20% to get there. 15% to pass. No, 13. Sorry, 13%. Okay, so I'm going to log into one of the other ones. The 5K is live. I know the 100K looks more flashy and fun on the streams, but the 5K is it's actually live. So I'd rather get the 5K set up on TradingView. Oh, that's not good. So that's not good. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? Okay, so we're gonna go 5K. Oh, get the frick out. Interesting. It'll only let me go to my 100K. All right. So no, go back. Copy. I want to log into the 5K because it's live, so it's the closest thing to cash flow. But yeah, okay, we've logged into the 100K. All right. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty stoked about this. So it's nice to get to a payout. I think traders can make it all look glamorous and that everyone's crushing it permanently all the time, but I don't think that's the case. I think so. Oh, something's up with their website though. I wanted to show you the dashboard of my 6K. That's all good. See what we can get. Nice little tweezer bottom. If it closes. Feel free, if you have any questions, ask it in the chat. I will answer anything. Like how to get rid of all these. And oh, I gotta get ready here. I like this tweezers. If this closes well, I won't hesitate off the draw. But if it closes like it's about to, then forget it. I don't want a big massive wick. Ooh. So I'm toiled, right? Like, I like the support here. I like these wicks. I like the bottoms. I'm going for it. Oh, you piece of crap. Gotta check your software. Make sure it's working. I like this. I like these triple bottom, double bottom. I don't hesitate on that. Well, I did hesitate. Okay. Also, I meant to move this account to 0.5% risk. So this might be a bonus. Where's that anchor VWAP? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? And you guys know I don't like to manage trades, but I don't have tons of drawdown room on this account. And so if I get another push, I'm gonna take half off. But I do like those 2 5-minute candles. We'll see. Pretty choppy though, eh? But dude, like I like that. That's if I take a loss on that, it just is what it is. Like love those wicks. Ooh, nice close above VWAP. But you know what? I'm really toying with taking half off because I meant to only risk 500 per trade on this account. I do love the close above VWAP though, anchored VWAP for you new folks on my stream. Yeah, I'm taking half off because I meant to just risk 500. So that's all good. Yeah, that's good. If you've watched any of my other streams, you know I don't just take half off because of emotions. I logged into this account on the stream last minute because my 6,000 account is ready for payout. And I wanted to switch accounts. So if this loses, I want to lose 500. Of course, that shuts my win down half as well, but it's all good. Okay, which means I've done everything I need to do for this trade, so I could shut everything down, but I'm gonna reset the risk tool so that it auto does 1%. This risk tool is awesome for MT4. There's a link below if you do want it. I think you get some kind of discount. I'm not sure. 1%, 1-to-1. What are we doing here? Stop loss. No, that's what I like to change. You know what? I might do the auto break even to auto break even. Usually I don't do this, but I've been on the fence at the very least. Just do it at like 0.9, you know? So when it's like maybe even 0.8, like it's so close to your profit target, just go to break even, you know? Alright, so we just about got stopped out. See what happens. Probably, based on this, I think we'll get stopped out, but I don't know, man. Nobody knows. I don't know what institutions are sitting there trying to buy it up. When guys get all jacked up on streams about calling trades, like, I don't know. It grinds me for some reason because I know. And you know the ones that they hype up the ones that win? So they'll like casually call out trades, but then when one wins, they just light it up and get everyone hyped up and get them euphoric and excited, and sounds like gambling a little bit. I mean, I guess it's okay to be excited about a win, but I can't be like, oh, I called it. Dude, it's just probabilities, man. There's still a 30 or 40% chance it's going to lose. I really like how that 1 minute closed, but let's see, man. It's just stuck in the first 5 minute range. But you have this going on. We had this. We had this. It's just holding nice. But it does need to break out, that's for sure. This will be the 5th winning day in a row, I think, or 6th. I logged into a different account now, so I can't check the history. If my prop firm would work, like their dashboard, I could log into it. These are the guys I use. Love them. They're awesome. There's also a link below in the description if you feel you want to check them out. And it helps me quite a bit if you use the link. But they're awesome. I've used them for 3 years now. I just wanted to check the winning streak on this because something's wrong with their platform right now. It's never happened before. But maybe I can go to this, the actual, not transactions. No, that's not what I want. Too bad. Too bad. Oh well, never mind. Too bad. What's gonna happen here, folks? Ooh, it's a nice test of anchored VWAP. I know this looks tiny. I'm telling you, it comes down and tests the anchored VWAP. There's something there. Ooh, that's nice, man. That's some nice support. I really like how this is played out. Dude, this is a crazy choppy day. Like, what's happening? Let's see if we can close outside the range. I need a 1 minute close out of there. What are we at? 6:44. Do we have new? I know I didn't check for. But this is wild. This is oh, did it go to break even? Yeah, I went to break even. That's okay. Still gonna chop. All right. Oh, it still did 1%. Well, gotta have a losing day eventually. It's been a good run. But dude, I still really like this. If it fails, it fails. But look at that. Like, it just keeps rejecting. How did the rest close? The rest close. Okay. Oh, even on the 15-minute, like, I don't feel bad about that. I know, look, I'm getting a little aggressive. I just have this count that's like kind of barely hanging on, and I'm just taking a few shots on the support. If it fails, it's okay. But you're right. If you followed me thus far, I usually focus on one trade a day. Maybe it's just a syndrome after a winning streak. We will see. But if these loses, then I'm done. I will see you later. Out of there. How did that not get stopped out? Dude, that must have been like a tick. Not stopped out yet. I would need a pretty... If this closes green, I'd feel really good. Like, there's too many wicks for this not to hold up, but, dude, I mean, literally anything can happen. It's still it's under anchored VWAP. Interesting day. Very interesting. Like, look at these wicks. It's nuts. What a funky day. It's wild, man. What a weird day. Look, this is the first 5 minutes. It hasn't once, price is not broken outside the 5-minute range once. That's nuts. Alright, I realize I went a low risk heavy, so we're going to take one off. I think that puts us at about break. Oh, that's for the all-time history. I like to just do today. Whatever, last 3 days is fine. We're up? No. Can't even keep track of my wins and losses. Oh, because I haven't closed this one. Yeah, I didn't think we were up yet. But I'm still going to make my call. Look at all of this support. But then again, someone could say, look at all this resistance. It's just stuck in a range. If it gets to the top of the range, I should probably consider taking this trade off. We'll see. It's in our favor, man. Like, we got a little up thing going on here. We got all the support. How'd the 10-minute close? It's in our favor. There's no question about that. I'm on the right side, I believe. Try to fill some of this gappage. That's yesterday's anchored VWAP. Like, it is under yesterday's previous low. I think the trade's in our favor. We just gotta let it play out. But if I get back to break even, I'm gonna have to see how price closes, because when this goes to break even, I'm up my 0.5%, which is $500. And you got to, like, yeah, $500 is still a lot more than the $60 I've been trading. $60 a day, 1%. Like, it'd be nice to revise this account. This is from like a year ago, believe it or not, when I went through a rough season in my trading. It wasn't rough. I was just like, kind of in between strategies, and I should have just kind of waited, got my grounding, and then jumped back in. Is what it is. What a day! It's just blowing my mind. It's like ugly to watch. Absolutely wild. What's your capital for a single trade? So I'm just trading prop firms. So none of this is my own money. I've paid entry fees. Are you familiar with prop firms, bro? If you're not, I should do a video on this. Prop firms is the way to go. You pay an entry fee, and they give you simulated capital. And if you pass the account, they treat it, it's not real capital, but they treat it as real. So you can do a $200,000 account. So this 100K, so I'm going to get my 5% payout on my 6K I was trading the last few weeks you saw. So I'm going to get a 5% payout, which is it's only $350 or something on the 6K. However, if it was on my 100K or 200K, now we're talking about $5,000 or $10,000, and it's not even my own money. It's incredible. So, just for reference, like 100K costs you 500 USD. That's 6K, 6,000 cost me 60 USD. Now I have some links in my description that will save you some money. But yeah, that's the way to go. Prop firms. Like, why blow $1,000 of your own money, which you can't make any money off $1,000? It just doesn't work. You'll never make it. However, $1,000 can buy you. How many 6Ks can you get for that? I should know this, but you just do the math. $60. Probably like what, 15 accounts or something. So that's the way to do it. So again, I was trading a 6K for a long time. It's reached its payout. I don't want a losing trade on that account. I want to get my 5% payout, because they also refund your entry fee. They give you a bonus. I won't bore you with it, but so then I have this old 100K that's been sitting here. It's in drawdown, which is the worst. Like, you're like, the account's pretty much over. Once it hits 90 grand, it's game over for this account. Anyways, so I got another 5K that's live, that's in a little bit of a drawdown. Or this 100K. I wanted to get into the 5K because it's live, but my dashboard wasn't working and I couldn't get my logins. Anyways, little crazy, but yeah, prop firms is the way to go, man. Prop firms, because, dude, if you have $1,000 or 5,000, you need to make like 10-15% a month to generate a decent side income. But if you sign up for a 200K account, like, bro, this is no joke. And they're everywhere. This is just the prop firm I've chosen. I've tried a bunch of them, and I like this one. These guys are legit. I'm watching this P&L also. I think it went break even for a second. I probably should have. I don't know what to do. Everything tells me it's going to keep going up. However, I'm up 0.5% right now, and it's kind of nice. Look at it. It couldn't close. If this closes outside, then we might get a push. Okay. Look at this. Start a challenge. How do I see this? If you signed up I'm not saying do this, because you can blow so many accounts and you're just gambling. But if you have an edge of 60% win rate 1-to-1R, the average person would say that's a horrible strategy. It's not, but they're like, oh, 60%, that's garbage. 1-to-1, that's garbage. Why would you do that? One trade a day, 1-to-1R, 60% win rate would give you a, sorry, I'm half looking at the chart here. 4% a month. Okay, 4% a month on 200K is $8,000 USD a month. That will change anyone's life, whether it's a side income or a main income. So now 4% a month means it's going to take you 3 months and a little bit to pass the account. Okay, because you have 4%, you have to hit 8%, then you got to hit 5%. Get this, with these guys, if you pass the account, you got your 8%, your 5%, and then you get to your first payout, which I believe is 5%. You know what? They just changed the rules on this. Too bad. Anyways, once you get to your first 5% payout, they refund your $1,000. Now there's no risk on the table. They refunded it. And you have the ability to generate percentages off 200K. Once you hit 10% on the live account, they give you this. It's a 15% profit share. Oh, I'm sorry, my head's in the way. Stupid. They give you this 15% from the profit share. So on 200K, you have to make 8 and 5. And if you do the math, it'll be like 20 grand of profit or 15 grand. They'll give you 15% of that. It's insane. So if you reach your first payout, your risk to reward on the $1,000 fee you paid is nuts. Like, it's such a good model. However, most traders, 80-90%, just keep blowing. They sign up, they blow it. They sign up, they blow it. They sign up, they blow it. Why are they blowing it? That's the big question. Why? It's usually some form of gambling, which gambling is just the word I use for moving a stop, taking trades outside their plan, revenge trading, emotional trading. It's all the same thing. What's fascinating is that this chart cannot pick a direction. And I am hesitating. I still think it's going to go up when I look at where we've come from. Like, we got to fill this at some point. Look at these FVGs just calling our name. The question is, will it go up there before it stops us out? It can dip back down and then go up. And we got double bottoms, double tops, like, and if I click, no, anything over negative 500, I'm up for the day. So I'm just debating, big time debating. What time is it? 7 o'clock. New 1 hour candles coming out. Could be volatility. Like, it's a tough one. You see this turmoil right now? That's because I've gone a little bit, I've accepted the idea that I can manage the trade. And then there's this turmoil and angst and second guessing and not sure. If this closes with this rejection off the anchored VWAP though, that's the best 5-minute close we've had yet. I will feel really good. I'd actually be tempted to put more on, which I know is going against kind of the way I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm human. Dude, that's a sick close. Let's just do it. What do we got to lose? The counts go down further. It's all good. That's a really nice 5-minute close. I don't know if it makes sense why. You get like all the wicks here. This is my anchored VWAP, and it just rejected off it really nice. I like it. So we're gonna see if we can get a push. Then I'll take some off and call it a day. And if they lose, I accept it. We walk away. Accepting it for me also is just like, dude, nobody likes taking a loss. It's the commitment and decision that if this loses, I'm walking away. I'm going to move on with my day. It's just trading. I go on to my day job. The only thing I'm doing wrong today is the risk percentage and stuff is not quite dialed in on what I committed to. So partially hence why I'm not trading this on my live account. this is a live challenge, but it's almost a count I've like kind of written off. But if we can grow it back, beautiful. I paid for it, so see what happens. But I really like that 5-minute close. Nail in the coffin is if it closes outside of this. Let's go. But it is very choppy, so I might just take profits along the way. We'll see what happens. Like just even this little. You know, can you get up there, little guy? And if I knew it was going to keep chopping, like, I'd just take profits and dip back in if you want down below. Yeah, I'm just going to take one off. Like, it's been a good day. You know what? I'm just going to call it a day. We're up 0.86%, so we're just under a percent on a 100K account. And again, this account needs revival. Like it only has, if this hits 90,000 on the prop firm, it's over. Okay, so this is an account that is in drawdown that I got to build back up. And just like, I just don't like what's going on, man. It doesn't know what's going on right now. Okay, so the big question is, on the following days, am I going to trade this at 1%? You know what? I've already made the decision. I might switch to my 5K because it's live. So what I'm debating, if you're wondering why is he just freezing up, if I trade 1% and I lose 3 trades in a row, this account's gone. You know what? That just made the decision. So if I'm trading this account, it needs to be at 0.5% risk. It should be 500 days, up 5, down 5, which gives me about six trades in a row to lose to blow this account. That's the way you got to think. No matter what prop firm you're with, what are the parameters? So, or I switch to my 5K account, which is live, which is closer to cash flowing. That's what I'd like to do. So like I can trade this, I can switch this to 0.5, but I might, like tomorrow I might flip over to the live account. Remember, my 5K, I've already made 13%. I've already passed the challenge. My 100K is still in challenge phase. Like this is not real right now. It's real if I pass it. So what I really want to do is actually just get logged into my funded next, or my 5K, but it's being a bit of a silly guy. Won't let me into the right here. Keeps crashing. Something's going on with their little dashboard, so I can't get into my login for the 5K. And I can't think of a workaround. I don't know if I have any other browsers here. Yeah, I'm not using that one. Wonder if I can. Wonder if this would work. Wonder if this would work. Wonder if this would work. Wonder if it'll work on here. What's my login? I don't actually know. I just do the auto save passwords, but on this oh, here we go. Yeah. I'll put it back on the screen once I'm logged in. Funded next. I'm still gonna make my call. It's gonna go up. And remember, these are just for fun. I don't know what's gonna happen. But this right here, like these wicks on the 5-minute range, oh yeah, that's my guess. But it might dip down and then go up. Like, who the heck knows, man? No, dude. can't figure out my login here. What a joke. Oh, sorry, dude. There's more comments. I'm still learning how to do this whole stream thing. What did you say? So I'm a newbie. I'm learning, and there's too much to choose where and what to start and carry it. Yep, this is such a big topic in trading. And I'm currently learning options trading, Greeks to be precise. I'll explain my E in a second. Can you evaluate on what would be more okay. Okay, let's get some facts out of the way. Fact 1. Every single trader is different. And I used to hate that line, but it's true. Some guys are wired for a more patient approach. Some guys are wired for get in and out, move on with their day. That's me, like 100%. Okay, so options, in my opinion, I have done options. I've done spreads, calls, puts, naked puts, calls, iron condors, debit spreads, credit spreads, you name it. Okay. Now, I traded them back when I was in an unprofitable mindset, if you will. However, I just think options add a whole nother layer of not necessary. So like okay, if you're trading the NASDAQ options or the SPY, why not just focus on Forex or futures that is a little more simple? Like there's no time decay, there's no intrinsic value, and the 4 Greeks you're talking about. You could have the right trade, but the wrong option contract. I don't know, like obviously it increases the leverage, but it's the reverse too. So if I were to trade options, I would focus heavily. The only way I would do it is focusing on like 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So you go, okay, if I buy Apple, every time I see this, you need to define this. Maybe it's a double. Keep it so simple, man. Every time I see a double bottom on the 1 minute or 5 minute, you have to define this. I'll get in. Okay. And then what I would be doing in options is saying the option either goes to 0. Again, this depends which option. Are you trading far out options with lots of expiration time, or ones that are expiring in a couple days? If it's the more volatile ones that are expiring in a couple days, I would be trading it goes to 0 or I make my $100. Let's say your contract costs you $100. It goes to 0 or I make my 100. And you back test and just track. That's the other thing. Back testing options? Good luck. Like okay, I can look at this chart. Okay, let me explain what I mean when I say good luck. I can look at this chart and say, with my risk tool, let's say I call whatever, just pick whatever you want. Let's use these double bottoms, these supports here, okay? And you say every time I get a support looking like this or whatever, I get in, I set my risk to the bottom, and I set this to a 1-to-1. That means if I enter this trade, I will either lose 1% or make 1%, or 0.5% or 2%, whatever you choose. With an option, you can't say that. You can't buy an option here on Apple, say I'll put my stop loss here. First of all, you don't know what that price will be because you know how options work. They're not like factual. You can tell the option to stop out at half your capital loss. Say it's $100. You say when I hit $50, get me out. But where is that on the chart? So there's a whole nother layer to options, which is like complicating it. Same thing, like my profit target. I know if Apple gets, so I get in here, 46 pips down, 46 pips up, I will hit my 1% target if it goes there. But on an option, maybe the $100 option has gone to $170, not a full 200. Does that make sense? Forex and futures are like factual. If you traded equities like stocks, it could also have a more factual approach. I buy 100 shares and I let it go this many pips up or this many pips down. Done. So I like the concrete facts on Forex or futures. Again, I was trading something simple like this. Okay, here's the other thing. Trading options, how much capital do you have? You might have tons of capital. Amazing. I don't have tons of capital. I need to leverage prop firms. So you would have to find, in my opinion, a prop firm that does options. I haven't seen many. It's definitely not popular. But in Forex, we just want to make money. That's all we want to do. I just want to make money. I don't care how I do it. So if I can show up and exploit an edge, a simple edge, like whatever. Today's a really bad day, but even these wicks on the bottom, and say, okay, when I get double bottom, triple bottom, quadruple, this is a weird day, but just say double bottom wicks, right? Like this first trade right here. It's a wiki, but you had this double bottom here, these tweezers. If you got in here, this is how you backtest. And then, because I just can't function without backtesting. I need backtesting data to tell me if I take this trade every morning, I'm going to have wins and losses and winning streaks and losing streaks, but I should average an equity curve of 4% a month. Could be 8% one month and 0% the next month. Could be 6% one month and 2%, but we're averaging 4% a month. I put my stop here. Could I have gotten a 1-to-1? Yes. It's not a question, but if you were in an option right now, you can't say that to be true. The option might have hit your 1% or doubling profit. I think you'd go for doubles. It expires for 0 or you make $100. Like, assuming it's a $100 contract. I'm going to make 100 on my money, or I'm going to lose the $100 I put in. Or set different parameters. When the option goes up 50%, I get out. Or it goes to 0. Or I get out when it goes up 50% or $50. Or I get out when it's down 50%. You just have to set, in my opinion, this is how I'm wired. I need to trade like this. Facts, evidence of the decisions I'm making are justified. That's how I need to trade. Because what happens, and if you're winning on trade options, who cares? You say, I'm making money. Who cares about all this mumbo jumbo? But when you go into a losing streak, I'm telling you, your brain goes dark. And it is looking for something to hold on to, like some kind of like justification of why we're going to go place a 4th trade in a row after 3 losers. You just lost $100, $100, and you want to go lose another $100. But if you know you actually have an edge based on your backtesting, then you're good. But backtesting can't just be like, oh, I looked at the chart and I think I see. Your eyes will play tricks. It is trained to find. What's that word? It's a pattern, but it's subjective. There's another word for it though. It's it's on the tip of my tongue. It's a pattern that is there, but it's random. It just happened to be a pattern there, but over the next 100 trades, not likely. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so that's what I would do. Again, if you're trading options, go back and watch this live stream again. I like to ramble. Set it systematic and factual. That's what I would do. And again, when are you going to trade? Do you have a day job? So you have to, if you can only trade at this time, I don't know where you live, but where I live, this is around the US stock market. So if you only have that 1 hour or 2, don't look at anything else. I don't give a rip about any of this. I can look at it for reference. Look how choppy this still is. But this gray bar is my trading window. Okay, well that's not true. It's outdated, but I would go to Trading View and go like this. Set the parameters on this little tool. When do you actually trade? When can you trade? So I'm going to change this to 9:30. Okay, so this is now set for 1 hour. Once it updates, this is the only thing I care about. This is it. Nothing else matters. Like, again, you might be looking at the left for your trades. Like, you might look back here and go, wow, we just tanked. We just tanked overnight. I think we're going to go up eventually, whatever. But this is the only time. If you can't make your trades happen in this time frame, it doesn't matter. So I know I'm rambling a bit, but this is what I would do according to your question. I guess if you just came on the chat, can you guys see the chat? I'm new to this streaming thing. Is it just, or only I can see his questions? Because I'm answering some questions here. Oh, here we go. Some message. All messages are visible. Did that change it? I might have just changed the setting that made it so you can see his questions. Anyways, bro, I'll answer these questions all day long. I'm trying to, grow my presence on YouTube and teach and learn, and it's hard to find good information. Good information that they're not just trying to sell you, or I don't know. There's a bit of a motivation on this YouTube channel to just touch on things that I found it hard for like authentic, real people to talk about. Like showing my live account that I'm in drawdown on my 100K account. That's, people just like to show the flash and the glam. And what else can I say about your question? Focus on the time frame a day you can trade. I believe options add a bit of a layer of complexity that's maybe unnecessary, that could be leveraged one day. I think options have other places too. I think options have a place for I was going to say if you have very small capital, but no, because you can blow it so fast. It's just super leveraged, but it's super leveraged on the reverse too. So scrap that. Options can be used well for, I'm going to say, like lottery ticket plays. For example, if you bought like these 5-cent option contracts and you bought them at places where you believe for whatever reason you're going to have a big reversal the other way, you might have a 5-cent option contract go to like $1 and you make 20x your money. However, 10 or 15 of those might all go to 0. So you still have to run the math. Do you have an edge taking these? But that's one way options could work. One option that options could work. I think debit spreads are cool. Where you want to buy. Like, are you familiar with debit spreads? It's pretty cool. If you're not, if you are, I'll just say it anyways. If I want to buy Apple stock, but it's expensive, so I can buy the option. So let's say a $4 option contract. So it'll cost me $400 for the 100 shares in the options. Okay. I can sell an option contract higher to pay for some of the call, like the long call. If that makes sense. You need like a chart to map this out. So I buy the 90 call and I sell the higher one, 95 call, and you take in premium from the sell, and it pays for some of the. So it's a really nice way to actually. I would be doing this if I were you, if you're going to do options. What it does do though is it limits your upside. So what it says is, instead of options can go to the moon, right? Options can go forever. So if you catch the right option trade and you have the kahunas to hold it, awesome. But most people don't. So what you do, you buy the 90, you sell the 95, and once Apple goes all the way to the top one, you've maxed out the gain you can make. So then there's credit spreads, the reverse. So this has been a long time since I've done this. I believe you sell, that's right. So if price is trading at $100, you sell, let's say the 110, and you buy the 115, and so you should be taking in a bit of premium. So you're actually, instead of you paying the premium to people, you're taking it in. You're collecting premium. So guys who have a lot of capital and are like wealthy, they'll do this. They'll sell calls all day long. They'll take a stock where they'll pick a section on the price where it's like extremely improbable for price to get to, and they'll sell calls at that level and just collect in a paycheck off those premiums. Anyways, this has gone far from what I trade, so I think I'm going to leave you folks. This has got to be the 5th or 6th green day in a row. However, I'm going to be transparent. I'm not happy how I traded. So yeah, it's a bit choppy, and I got lured into this. Again, this is just my point of view. I don't like trading on like emotions, and I kind of did. So I mean, can I name what play I took? Not necessarily. I also kind of was trying to vow to not look at the 1 minute as much. It's not evil. It's just not part of my approach. So, I would have rathered. Here's what I would have the day. I would have rathered the day look like this. Price opened up. I got a double bottom. It hit my profit target. And I was done for the day. Which I think we already tested it did. It would have. If I got in right there. And I did the stop a little low. It went there. Yeah, it hit profit. I could have made my 0.5% and be done. Instead, I got chopped around, humming and hawing and entering and exiting, and it worked out today, but it doesn't always work out well. So I hope you didn't pick up bad habits from me today. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day. I got a family to get to and get some kiddos off to school. One more question came in. If one has a day job and is absent during the trading hours, how should his trading window time frame? How should I trade your distance? Where do you live roughly? Like, what's your time frame? I'm just trying to think of workarounds. Because if you're trading forex and futures, you can trade other sessions. There's the Asian session. There's the London session. Forex and futures is 24 hours. I think futures is 24 hours. I trade forex. Forex for sure is. So you could trade. There's infinite amount of things. You should be able to make it happen. If you're absent during the New York session, can you find an edge in pre-market? But it might be too early for you to wake up. Can you find an edge swing trading, which will suck, in my opinion. The reason I say it sucks is because I get 20 trades a month to make my 60% average work out. But if you're swing trading, what if you only get like 2 trades a month or 5 trades a month? What you might need to do is look for a lot of opportunities on different pairs. But I just find that hard to track an edge. You might have to go to the hourly chart and trade something simple like engulfing bars or, you know, tweezers here. Boom, you would have had a win. Let's see how tweezers work. Not good there. I've never looked at the 1 hour really for tweezers. I'm just seeing if there's an edge. Might have to be support and resistance. I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I think I would mainly focus on finding a market that works around your schedule. Can you trade for 1 hour after work on the London session or the Asian session or pre-market session? That's what I would do. That's my answer. India. Oh, I don't know that time frame at all. One of the markets has to be open. Like if you look up, I don't know your time frame, but if you look up, so forex time frames, sessions. That was kind of mumbo jumbo, but get one of these charts, and you'll see. This doesn't tell me what. So silly. It doesn't tell me what time frame this is in. Like what. But you'll see, like, this is our New York session. Guys have been trading hours before in London for their London morning, and it overlaps with New York. But then there's the Tokyo session. So I'm literally going to bed when the whole Tokyo session's starting. Stock swing. Like swing trading? Swing trading. Are you asking what swing trading is? That's the word for like your stocks. You're going to buy something and sell it in like a couple days. It could be a couple days, couple weeks, but it's not scalping in the morning. I like scalping though. Like I like to get in and out. I want to go to my job and my trades are done. I don't have to think about them. So I would find a time frame that works for you, which means you'll probably be leaving my stream eventually because I'm only in the New York session and only the beginning of the New York session, and I'm out of here. I'm going to my day job. Hope that helps. I would find a time that works for you, Or if you have to choose New York, you need to swing trade. So you might be making your decisions after hours, okay? So after hours, when you're done work or whatever, you're going to go to the daily chart and see if you can find an edge. But see, I've never really backtested daily chart stuff. And you try to find a way. What am I seeing when the market is closed? A lot of big smart money makes their decisions when the market closes. Okay, let's say you get this double top and then the market closed and you set your orders on your broker. I'm going short. Okay, I'm going short. Whatever that is, you buy a put, you sell the S&P, I don't know. But it has to be factual, systematic. And once I'm up $1,000 or $100, I'm out. If it breaks the top of this, I'm going to lose my $100 or $1,000. You might find other ones. You might find, maybe you trade FVGs, fair value gaps. I know we'll get into a whole bunch of detail, but you just have to find an edge. Do some YouTubing. Stock trading strategy based on the daily candles. You can even chat GBT it. You know, you might, on the daily, you might find a level here. Just find a low level, like maybe just use the bottom wick and the close ring of that. And when it gets up in there, you short. You know, you might find a level here. Let's say I'm going to put a limit order there. Like there's so many, I just don't know. Like I've never traded a daily. Right? You could do trend lines. When price gets there, I'm going to short into that. But again, there's so many variables. You might take this as a support and say, okay, I know these sound silly. I just don't know what to tell you. You got to do some research on the daily. Maybe you can use the 4 hour or the hour, but you're going to have to do some kind of swing trading. Okay, so again, swing trading, holding stuff long term. Okay. But my final answer is go trade a session, scalp a session that is open during your time frame. One of them will be, for sure. London, Tokyo, one of them will be open during your time frame. Right? So all of this is overnight. This is in the middle of the night for me. All of this. Middle of the night. But there's moves happening. Yeah. Maybe those sessions trend more. Okay, I gotta get going, man. So, what time is it? Yeah, I gotta get